Is this thing on?
You've got your head.
Hello! Ooh. Hi, we're live. Whoa! We're live. Welcome. I don't think it's Instagram. It's working. It's a thing. It's working. Hi, can you guys hear us? I'm very curious.
The microphone's actually still turned on. Yeah, they are.
Two people that are watching. Can you hear us? One person loves it.
Yay!
Well, one of the two people that are watching us are loving it, and we're living, we're dreaming. Hi, Kaz.
Hi.
Can you hear us, Kaz?
We've worked
Celtic Dragon Paranormal winning. Hey, girl. How are you? Welcome, everyone. Everyone. This is really odd, isn't it? It feels so strange. It's usually odd when it's just us together, but now it's like two worlds colliding.
I know, right?
It's very, very, very. So, for those of you that are not familiar with us, or whoever you are, from wherever you come from, we, Katie, Vera, Jeff, and myself represent Uncensored Radio, and Anne and Renata represent themselves. So we're here tonight doing a bit of a crash course, menage a program. Loveliness.
What are we
because
doing?
I love the condom in my hoodie.
I think we're all safe. All safe. We thought we'd let our two worlds combine and see, it's good to see us all together.
Aww.
It is. We finally figured everything out. I love this. I feel like we're at a murder mystery weekend. Who
can we murder?
Who can we murder?
Oh, I know.
Jeff has some volunteers. So we are at a location.
Stop looking at me like that, Jeff.
We're at a location tonight that was generously provided. I'm not gonna give the location, but you can find it.
Unlike other people.
If you look that hard. Look, I
gotta promote the business.
Yeah, he's trying to get some rentals that has been generously we've been generously allowed to stay at because Anne and Renata here, the lovely Anne and Renata, have been on tour, haven't you? You've been busy. Talk to the people.
Well, we arrived in America very late or very early Tuesday morning, and we've been going non-stop ever since we arrived. We've caught up with some lovely friends. We've met up with Big Seance podcast, Patrick
Keller.
And we met up with Melissa, and then we investigated Lamp Mansion and stayed the night. Then we went to Waverly Hills Asylum.
Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Ooh, I keep saying asylum. Sanatorium. Steve keeps correcting me. Dementia does not allow me to remember. And then we headed off to visit Tony Rotunda.
Tony Rotunda. Tony, if you see this, you now have a theme song that was created by Renata.
Yes, Tony graciously invited us to stay at her place, and we went to have a look at the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic, the Buckland Museum, which she runs, and then we got into the car and travelled 6 hours.
Right, yeah.
Very important.
What did we do?
Terrifying moment.
What did we do at Tony's house? What did we touch?
You
might not want to hang with us after you hear this.
A demon in a box.
Demon in a box.
We touched a demon's box.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
And it was sealed into the box by Raymond Buckland himself. So it had to be removed from the shop because it was causing so many issues and doing some really perverted things, which you'll find out about in one of our episodes we're going to put up on YouTube. And also the mirror. But the thing that really traumatized us was not the demon in the box.
What was it?
The witch's ball.
Oh, the witch's ball. It wasn't traumatized.
I was traumatized. I had to get up and stand in front of people and talk.
The talking, which you can see is a struggle.
Knock him out.
Knock him out. That's all good. But we've been here for 5-6 days. I can't remember. It's all a blur.
Yes.
It's been a blur of paranormal investigation.
Just a week.
Just a week. It's been a hell of a
We
week.
arrived on Tuesday. It's been 7 days.
There
Yeah.
we go.
2:30 a.m. we got to, oh no, it was 2:30 a.m. we got to
2:30 a.m. we got to the hotel.
The hotel. The Indian Mound.
The Indian Mound Hotel after Renata left her bag on a shuttle bus after travelling for 20-something. No, it was 30 plus hours by the time
Not fucking going
we
to
got-
get it now.
we got to the hotel.
I don't blame you.
30 plus hours
I
of travelling.
get
It
it.
was
everything
good
after
time.
traveling that long.
Hello, Pauline.
So, do you ladies want to explain why you're here? Why you're here in the States? Why the end result is? It's not just on a holiday.
Well, the end result is we've got some friends that we are travelling with to Salem. So we are going to Salem for the Halloween
For a
period.
frightfully good haunted holiday.
And we're doing, a stack of tours, a stack of haunted houses in the area, investigations, and seeing some more friends, seeing some more people that we're going to enjoy working with.
We're going to
for a
see
period of
Plymouth
time.
Rock. I can hardly wait.
Well,
And have a really good time over Halloween.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Halloween in Salem itself, we're going to die.
yes, Katie, Vera, and I can attest.
It's very busy.
We weren't even there at Halloween.
No,
we were there the
we're
week
the
before,
week
weren't
before.
we?
And it was
And it
crowded.
was flat out. Look, it was great, but tourism.
Yes.
Tourism with a capital T.
We're on a lot of blogs and we're reading about it, and I am terrified.
That would be
Fine.
good.
You know what? I was terrified in Salem. Our our Airbnb.
Our haunted Airbnb, yeah, that was great. We got all the way to say, well, the most terrifying thing was the smell of that car after that weekend. I don't know what happened in that car, but a
It's,
demon was released.
It's Witchwind we've
That was
discovered.
Witchwind. I was dead Witchwind. Yeah, we checked into our Airbnb. We're like, amazing, great, cool. This
Lovely,
is
all
awesome.
great.
And then the front door, the official front door, could only be opened from the outside
With a key.
with a key.
Yep.
And we were waiting. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No,
We were
it's fine.
waiting on Uber Eats and we're chilling. We're going. All of a sudden, Luke's daughter, who was 5 years old at the time, going, "The front door's open." We're like, "What the hell?" Okay, cool, no worries. So we went about our day and went about our night, and then everyone went to bed, and all hell broke loose. I heard someone walking all night, and then Brooke and Chris were in the bedroom next door to us. They thought it was me getting up and walking around because their doorknob jiggled. They were those glass doorknobs.
Mhm.
Their doorknob jiggled.
Because you're in the habit of opening other
You know,
people's
sometimes
doors.
I'm Dark Cooper. I embrace my issues. I embrace my inner Richard Ramirez and stalk them up.
Yep.
That's how I roll.
Seen him do it.
I've seen him do. I've stayed at Jeff's house. I lived with Jeff for 5 weeks. He knows. But it was very interesting. And then as soon as we woke up, it all happened. And then the second night we were there, I swear to God, I turned the lights off, like lay in a bed. You know how you get that someone's watching me feeling?
Yeah.
I rolled over and there was like a shadow at the end of the bed. I turned the light on. I went, not tonight. I'm tired. Just like laid with the light on for the rest of the night. I'm like, I can't, because there was a graveyard like
Yes, the house had its own personal
backing on to its
cemetery.
own cemetery,
Oh,
which is great. You two would love.
And then the day we leave, I go in just to double check everything, make sure the heat's down and all that. And I swear to you, there was someone sitting in the seat, and then I saw like the imprint just disappear.
In that creepy front room.
There.
right?
And I was like, no,
Yeah.
The creepy
That's
There was
room
a
that none of
creepy
us
ass
would go
front
in.
room that was just like heebie-jeebie town. It's like, no thanks.
yep, no, that was enough for
Susanna,
me.
I never behave. You should know that. You've known me for long enough.
Why didn't we book in there, Anne?
We couldn't
I don't know.
find it. We
The
looked
cameras
for
were-
I mean, it was a beautiful
No, I
house.
looked-
It's
It was
not on,
It's
it's
beautiful.
not on
listed
Airbnb
It's
anymore.
not listed on Airbnb.
They took it off Airbnb.
We
this
looked
year.
because I was when you guys
Yes, I sent him the contact information. He
when
was
you
trying to
guys
get it.
were when you guys were doing it, when you guys were doing the do.
Can I fix the camera? Is that
I couldn't
okay?
find it
Yeah,
on
a little
Airbnb
bit.
at all.
Oh, we've swiveled.
I
We've
didn't
swiveled.
put any. I put dates like from October 1st through November 15th, and it didn't come up.
Disappear.
It disappeared. I think they're not on Airbnb.
Maybe they've had a few too many complaints. We're just fixing the camera because Katie's gone.
She went bye-byes down the side.
It's okay.
There we go.
Not okay.
We got you.
Hi there,
No, but
Christy.
we
I'm saying
got great
hi.
reviews from the guy. He said that we left it cleaner than any guest. He, you know,
Well, yeah. Very.
We
Okay.
were.
Katie.
So
Katie
we
was
have
on it.
we have been traveling.
Yes.
as we've been doing the do, and should we maybe show them a little bit of our adventure in St. Charles? Begin with?
Oh, why not?
We'll give them a little view of what we've been up to because we've been busy, and ghost stories everywhere. Everyone has.
Day and
No,
I heard
no.
day
Oh, she's
and
going.
I heard
Shush down.
I was brand new working for this place, and I was 20 something, and I was there alone. Usually the owners came in a little later, and we knew it was haunted. We had all kinds of things. I've got all kinds of stories about this building. So I was working, and it was a rainy day, and I heard that. So the way this building was set up, it's long like this building here, and there was a door in the very back where we parked in the back and we would come in. The very back rooms were storage and our framing area. The middle part was bathrooms, and then there were 2 shops in the front. And then we also had an upstairs. So I'm working alone and I'm cleaning glass, and I was all into my cleaning, and it was kind of a rainy day and real quiet, and I was enjoying the fact that it was quiet. And I heard the door open, and I heard boots on the floor, and I saw this guy walk by the doorway, and he had this long coat on and a hat, boots on. And I remember I was annoyed because I'm like, damn it, I'm all in my cleaning and there's nothing back there. So I put my stuff down and I took the 3 steps to the hallway, and I looked and I was like, sir? And I mean, real as real could be. The clothing, I heard the clothing rustling. So I went to the very back, and I'm like, oh, maybe he went into these back rooms. I'm thinking maybe he's like stealing something. Nobody back there, and then I checked the bathrooms, and there was nobody in the bathrooms, and there was no way he got all the way out the door. And then I realized that I had seen a ghost.
And that makes me wonder how many we have seen, because the one I saw was as solid as you and me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
how
I
many
swore
we
this
walked
guy
past in
was
the
real.
street that
Yeah.
we didn't even realize.
Right. So let me tell you the next story. So we had an old phone here at this first location. We've been in 3 locations on Main Street. We've been here since 2001 or 2000, right when it was the year 9/11. It was 2000, the year before. So we had this old phone. It was a blue phone where the handset sits on the cradle, and you punched in your numbers. The old timey type. Now it's old timey.
She goes back to the dial ones.
Yeah. So the shop was closed. The doors were locked. They were down in the basement. The basement was really cool because the basement was all limestone walls and a dirt floor. There was actually a tunnel that went out to the river that somebody had walled up a long time ago. The phone rings while they're down there. So Sandy starts to come up the stairs, and the phone stopped ringing. So Kim comes back down. She didn't even make it like to the 3rd step, and so the phone stops ringing. So she comes back down, and her and John, the owners, they're finishing up. They're moving boxes around in storage. They come back up. They finish like real quickly. They come right back up the stairs, and as they come up the stairs, they heard this bonk, 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 bonk. Well, here in the States, when the phone is off the hook, back in the day, you got like a busy time. So when she got to the top of the stairs, and the desk was right there. So imagine the staircase is right there. They get to the top of the stairs, and that phone was off the cradle and sitting there. Flash forward. These suckers move around, and they know you. They've been down here a long time, these ghosts. So we moved to 142 North Main, which is very far from 612. So 142 North Main, we're down there. After hours, we're closed up. Kind of a similar setup. Our stock and stuff was in the back. There was a long... Anyway, we're closed up. John's in the middle. He's in the bathroom doing what guys do in the bathroom for a long time.
What is that, Steve?
I don't know. It doesn't take me a long time.
Anyway, Sandy was in the office, and she was doing her stuff, and the phone rang, and she got up because it was on the wall, and the phone stopped ringing, so she sits back down. Well, John comes out however long later, And he says, Sandy, who was on the phone? And she said, well, nobody was on the phone, John. And he said, yeah, there was somebody on the phone. Who you answered the phone? Who was on the phone? She said, John, I didn't answer the phone. And he got mad because John didn't believe in this kind of stuff. And he said, God damn it, Sandy, the phone's sitting up here on the counter off the hook. You answered the phone.
Oh.
So it was the second time. So the third time.
Oh.
And this is all the same phone, the same blue
Yeah.
rotary, whatever you want to call it, phone, punch phone. So I'm telling the story. And this will give you the willies too, because I'm telling the story to the new girl, and I'm telling her all this has happened. And as I'm telling the story, that phone went and made like this weird noise, and I was a little afraid of it. So I picked it up and I'm like, well, it's dead. So I told John, I said, hey, John, the phone's dead. And he got all aggravated. Remember, this is before internet and all that kind of stuff. So he had to go home, called AT&T. They came out. He thought it was a short in the wires or something. It wasn't anything. It was that the repairman said that phone had burnt itself up just like that, as I'm telling the story.
Wow.
So they listen.
Wow.
Listen. They're listening now.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the phone to ring.
Yeah, and they follow. They're intelligent.
So, as you can very smooth. As you can see, there are ghosts. Everyone's got a ghost story, right? Everyone's got a ghost story. I like it.
As soon as people find out what we do, the first thing they do is go, "Oh, I've got to tell you what happened to me."
Yeah, ghost story. That's cool. We've heard Vera's told some really good stories.
I lived in a haunted house.
Vera's got some good stories. We might get Vera to tell her a couple of her ghost stories a little bit later on because they're spooky.
They were very spooky.
But we're going to try a little bit of online investigating, a bit of live streaming. We're going to channel our own most haunted, our own most ghost adventures, all that crap. Make it see what the reality of the situation is, folks, because it's very much what you guys do is the reality.
Don't pull too hard because
I
that
know.
camera will fall over.
I know. Current, it's a ghost. The ghost pulled the camera over. So, hi Lisa. They look native. What was the gallery called? Native. I'll get back to you on that.
American something.
Suffering. We'll get back to you on that one.
I put it on my YouTube video, but I'm on airplane mode, and Renata won't let me play with my phone. So
Slow.
I'm
Let's play with it.
See, no, it just said no.
Yeah.
So
I did too.
Yes,
the
said no.
flight
Do not.
Who's going?
No, we're not doing it.
So, do you want to explain what
Sure.
we've got on the table here?
Right. So we have here. This is a flux, and that is from Ghost Stop. And the idea with that is it will flash red for no. Oh, I did say if a demon showed up to flash red.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's why I'm kind of like,
And when you're ready to speak to us, could you flash the green? So you'll see now it's reset itself back. And one side will be green and the other side will be red. So we're asking the spirits to use this to communicate with us and to light up the side of green for yes and red for no.
So if you're playing along at home, you get to tell us when it's green and red because I can't really see it. So I can see the comments.
I can.
So
That's all right.
if you're playing along at home. And what else we got?
Renata, in front of you, we've got some REM pods. Would you like to touch the antenna? Is it turned on?
That one's so good it doesn't work.
Yeah. These are proximity sensors and fabulous.
There we
The
go.
battery might be flat on that one.
I think
Maybe
so.
that's
Oh,
what it is.
no. You have been at Waverley.
There we go.
There we go.
It's just set really close for the
So
proximity.
ghosts have to
So
sit on that.
if energy comes near those silver antennas there, they will alarm.
Here, if you
You
wanna
don't even
reach
need
out.
to
You want me to
touch it,
touch
and it will alarm. So
Okay.
again, it's picking up on changes of the environment. And of course, anything that comes near it makes the lights change. It's got to be a ghost.
Yeah.
Then we've got the very high-tech cat balls,
Balls.
which are movement vibration sensitive.
So something's got to touch your balls to make them go off, as I always say.
These things here are just microphones.
Yeah. So you can hear our beautiful voices, lucky, lucky people at home. So we're going to hand over to
Auntie Renata.
Auntie Renata, we're going to just get a bit serious on things for a millisecond, just to bring us into the here and now.
So for those of you that are playing at home and are wishing to watch, this is your opportunity now to go and bless yourself or put your protective little bubble on, because we know that sometimes people that watch these things can be affected by what they're watching, even though nothing happens here or may happen here. You may find that you are affected. So put your own protective bubble on. As we invite the spirits into this particular room here with us to communicate with us. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm just going to give you a second to think about what you would like to do as your own self-protection for those that are watching or anyone here at the table. Here at the table, we are inviting the spirits in. So I would like us to stay as open to what we're feeling, sensing and hearing as possible. So now that we're all ready, I'm going to invite the spirits of the house here that we are in to come forward and to be with us and use the devices that we have at the table, or use the people here at the table to communicate with us. Maybe you can give us some information about who you are, why you are still here. Maybe you just want to be heard after such a really long time, and you just want to step in to say hello. That is absolutely fine. So for as long as this session remains open, we are open to connecting with you. And does everyone here at the table give their acknowledgement that they are happy to speak with any of the spirits that come through tonight?
Yes.
All right.
Why not?
So let us begin the session.
Okay.
And can you just all do me a favour right at this moment? Share this with someone. Let's try and bring some more people, more energy into what we're doing so we can get a stronger connection. Thank you.
Cool. So this house that we're in,
Oh, Renata walks through the
beyond
door.
being amazing, we ran into people straight away.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And often there is someone, or I have actually encountered someone at the front door who seems to check people as they walk in, especially people who are going in for the very first time, so strangers, just to see what character they have, whether they are decent people or whether they should be looked after, or, you know, just made sure they're not stealing things or whatever. So, yes, I encountered my first soul at the front door. And I believe that this is a person who has been here for a very, very long time, and that's what they do. They manage the house. They still look after the house in spirit. And the other one was upstairs, up around where that new balcony is going in that room up there.
Yeah.
And that was another soul who
Which
was
is
here.
interesting because this one here would have got a bit heebie-jeebie in there too.
Ah,
So
yeah.
you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
So we have at least two. If there are any more, let's see. Are there any more souls here? Can you use this device here to tell us?
That was because you leaned in really close to it. Proximity.
I will avoid doing that, but I just did want to point.
Yes.
So as you see, this one is no. That one is yes. So that's all you need to do. You need to come up close and use your energy to touch one of those sides, either yes or no. And please just be aware that that is now set at the correct setting. Sometimes people will turn that flux on too high and it just keeps on bouncing colours all the time, which is the wrong setting. It needs to be on that blue, and you need a really good surge of energy or a sort of a touch for it to go off.
And that's the width of the proximity that it's changing.
Now, Robert says 5.
5 spirits?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised.
So we shall see. 5 in the house and a lot more outside.
Mm.
We shall see. This area is very historic.
Hmm.
So
So what is Auburn famous for?
A lot of things. Where do we want to start?
Whatever you've got, and see if anything. We'll see if anything rings anyone's bell.
This was part of the burned over district in the 19th century. It was a hub of progressive ideals. As many of you know, many of the women who wrote the Declaration of Sentiments were from Central New York. This was Harriet Tubman's chosen home after the end of the Civil War. She lived down the street a couple miles. This was also the site of a prison, and it's a very notorious prison. It was one of the first prisons to commit capital execution in this country, and it was the first prison to use the electric chair. And it was also one of the first prisons in the country to have inmate labor, slave labor from the people there. It used to have a women's prison there, and one of the inmates there was an infamous female serial killer in the 19th century. Her name was Cat-Eye Annie.
Oh,
And she escaped from the
That's
prison.
a great name.
she
Not a
had
great
one
person.
blue eye and one brown eye.
Right.
wow.
But she escaped from the prison and was never found after that.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
A serial killer, never
Yeah.
found. Oh.
And also here in Auburn, the first not guilty by reason of insanity trial was conducted in Auburn. William Seward was the attorney for the defendant, and it was a man who went crazy and killed an entire family in their home.
wow.
So lots of history.
So lots of history here. in
Lots of
Auburn.
So the prison was situated where?
The prison is about a mile right in the center of town, actually,
Okay.
on the river.
Oh, okay.
Is it the same prison where?
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
It's
that you
still
can
where
still see
it's
today.
still
right?
Oh, it's still where it is today.
Yeah, yeah.
So that would
But
be the
very
dream.
little of the old prison. They tore down the last of it in the 70s.
Oh, what a shame.
But so most of the building is new construction. But
That was the same as when we went to Mansfield Reformatory, that they still had a prison at the back of it that is
working prison.
a modern one. So you weren't allowed to take photos out the back window of the chapel because it was onto the prison.
Mm.
So for those of you that don't know where Mansfield Reformatory is, it's the site of the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
So it was filmed on site. So it's amazing if you're a fan of movies and history and the paranormal. It's all in one little,
Oh, Dave.
but yeah, shocking way to die. There's
There's
always one.
always Dave.
There's always one.
Such a weird prison too,
Yeah,
Mansfield.
it's
It's like you're in a cage, bird cage.
they are tiny
Suspended, yeah.
cells.
Wow.
Ugh. Give me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it.
Oh, I'd love to go in there at night time. Wow.
I'm going to ask the spirits of the house. Are you aware of Cat-Eyed Annie? Is that her name?
Cat-Eyed Annie.
Do you know Cat-Eyed Annie? Think back. If you can just make one of the music boxes or the light balls or that thing in the middle there light up and tell us, we'd really appreciate it. Cat-Eyed Annie, one blue eye, one green eye, brown eye.
One brown eye, I think.
Brown eye. Okay.
There are pictures of her in the local museum.
Oh, we'll have to look her up. We'll have to look her up.
The one
Yeah.
that they were doing.
Are they redoing it? I don't know.
The one on Genesee Street?
Yeah,
The two of them next to each other? The
Yeah.
art thing and then the house looking thing?
yeah. The art thing and the
Oh,
whole
that's
thing.
interesting.
Mr. Culture.
You know, I just don't, where they put the sound on film.
That is.
Yeah, oh, there you go. History. More history here in Auburn.
Am I okay? Yeah, I'm fine, Robert. I'm trying to hide a yawn, but now you're all going to yawn.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So, this is the reality of the situation that we find ourselves in, a lot, isn't it?
Mm.
Sitting in dark rooms waiting for things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually when we're not expecting it that something does happen.
And I find if you are talking about the history of a location and the characters that are there, they become more interested. So that's why I thought good to hear your stories.
Like a little wake up call. And just, oh, we're here. But we've been road tripping today, looking at ghosts, looking for ghosts. So, found a few. We're not going to say where. We're not going to say where.
Oh, yes.
But we found some. We found some talking to furniture, right?
Oh, you have sparked my interest. Oh, here comes all the electric chair jokes.
Sparky.
Love the history and stories. There we go. Vera, she's full of it.
She's
She's full of it.
All of it.
she's electrifying.
No more driving the wrong way as well. Yeah.
What, sorry?
No more driving the wrong way.
Oh, it was
Twice.
twice.
Today.
And one,
Oh.
and one was a one-way street because it wasn't marked very well. My navigator was telling me to turn, so I turned. It was too soon.
There were nearly a few extra ghosts
I
in my
just-
wegmans.
I sort of hit into that and I went, oh, wrong way, and I dived into a driveway.
You're fine. I do that in Florida all the time.
There's a lot of one-way streets in town from what I saw. They're all a
Yeah,
bit odd.
they thought it was a good idea.
Mhm.
Be careful around
Alright,
White
how
House.
old, do we know how old this house is?
1889, I think.
Oh, that would make sense. So old.
Probably built by prison labor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to
Oh,
ask that
really?
question.
A lot of the, if you notice this street going up towards my house, there's a lot of brick buildings,
Mhm.
and it's all, there's certain color of brick that was all manufactured in the prison and
I'll
built
be
by.
boring you. Sorry.
You
I'm
did it.
boring. And it was built by prisoners. A lot of the mansions on North and
Wow.
South Street. Yeah.
This house had the and what do they call, like a tower on it.
Turret.
Turret.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a turret.
She wants to put it back on.
Oh, I love
Love
a
a turret in
turret.
the evening.
I
I did
get
tell you
excited.
interesting stuff about your house today as well.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Your house came up in about the same era.
Oh, was it?
All of this area was built up at that
Stephen
time.
was saying that it was built, like the houses on that street were built for people that worked for Seward,
Yeah, probably.
banker or whatever.
Well, the house next door to you has a huge Tiffany window.
That came out of this house.
Speaking of this
Did it
house,
really?
Mhm.
so there's so much. If you get a chance to, again, we were talking about this when we were driving through on the freeway and quickly exited when you found a point of interest. You don't see these places when you're just
On the highway.
blaring through on the highway. So
No.
sometimes you've got to get off and have a little excitement.
Well,
You know,
that's usually how it works.
this is true. Do you think maybe we should try some SB11 and see if we can?
Oh, she's not sure about that. You want to try?
No, we can try.
Okay, where did it end up? I think it's
It's
actually
there.
got a
It's
light.
I thought it felt light, but it's okay. That's
All
fine.
right, all right.
If anyone has any questions, you can feel free to ask us.
You think this room looks amazing? You should see the whole house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the poo bars are going to get a quick tour before we go. And then Renata's clearly full. Oh, here we go. Do any of the objects in the house belong to the original owner? Now, Lisa, if you saw this house and how much stuff is in here, I'm gonna say, who knows?
I think so. It was apartments. When she-
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So, the
Some
owner of
art.
this house is a huge collector of very, very interesting items. The bookshelves are alive with
My
history.
homegirl's got a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But
I'm
tasteful.
sure that the
She's-
woodwork's all original.
No,
no?
yeah, very
Yeah.
nice shit, but it's still
This-
a lot of shit.
Well, there's collectors and there's collector hoarders, and she is a collector.
Oh yeah,
A
Oh,
really good
beautiful.
collector.
Do you want to talk about what's on the walls?
The
Memento Mori stuff?
sorry, the
The
what?
Memento Mori
Memento
stuff.
Mori.
Oh, the
Anne was
Memento
talking about
Mori.
those.
There are two framed Memento Moris, one belonging to the family, actually,
Yeah.
that the owner of the house was telling us that it's a couple of generations of people who contributed to it. And there is another one that was bought at auction. And this Memento Mori is a collection of hair that has been plaited and braided and twisted into flowers. And it sort of has a wreath design, which is absolutely stunning. I've never seen anything like it, all framed. And with the one that is family, all the flowers and everything are intertwined. So you have grandmother, great-grandmother, and I think daughters or aunts that are all contributed to this. And so it looks like flowers. It's just absolutely stunning. And then the other one is just as stunning, but we don't know who the hair belongs to, obviously.
Thank you, Joe. This isn't Jeffrey's house, though.
Anne was showing me those before the show, and they're so beautiful. They don't even look like hair.
No, they don't, unless you kind of look very, very closely and you can see.
Do you know what I
But
can
it
do?
is.
Ryan, we all levitated in that 6 minutes time that you lost connection. We all levitated and changed places.
I can go into the room with my phone and that link and show them.
Oh yeah, okay. She might go.
I'll be back.
We'll have a look. We'll have a look at the momentum
look,
order.
see.
Yes, yeah, we all levitated. Jeffrey is
Renata and I
Jeffrey
are
could
still
be possessed at
levitating.
any time of day. We
floating,
don't know.
Yeah.
We're
It
floating.
could just be an explanation for what's going on here. We don't know. But stuff like that, you would assume would hold some kind of something, maybe.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Mm.
I've slept very peacefully in this house, though.
So have I.
If there's ghosts, they're very welcoming.
I say the house was very nice.
Good
Vibes.
night.
Yeah.
Very warm.
I think, like I said, that the person at the door works out who the people are, and we're either left alone very quietly and gently, or we're disturbed.
So, do we think that person may have worked or lived here?
Probably worked here, I'd say.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a housekeeper.
Yep, probably. Yep.
Okay.
Major domo kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Because they were directly at the front door as we
Yeah.
walked in.
Checking us out. Are we okay? If you want us to leave, you can show us a sign. Everything just goes off. Could you imagine?
Oh gosh.
Oh no! Okay, Anne's going to show you guys that momentum orb right now. Here we go.
So as you can see, it all looks like flowers. I'm trying to dodge bags and things here. But there is little bits of hair, and they're quite intricate. But that is generations of the one family. What a way to remember them. And there is one above my bed as well. You'll have to meet my friend. That's my friend. I sleep with my friend. And I'm not sure how well you can see this one up here. There is one there as well. I have to climb onto the bed, but sorry. Get the case out of the road.
Good morning,
Can you see that one or not?
I don't know what she's. Oh, she's
Yeah,
showing the
no?
other one. She's pointing like this with her finger. Awesome hair flowers.
Yeah, you can see it or not.
Fucking camel teeth.
Look, maybe she. Oh, here we go. Maybe they're not
Hey,
interacting
hello.
because they're enjoying their conversation. Well,
Well, maybe.
they're only
Maybe
human.
they're very
They're
polite.
only
This
used
is
to
my
be
room.
human, you know?
Maybe they're just very, very polite and waiting for their turn.
Oh, Robert says shoes off. I've got mine off. I'm polite.
Oh,
I have mine on.
I have
I
mine
have
on
mine
too.
on as well. Do you want us to take our shoes off? Remember, green is on that side, red is on that side. Red means no, green means yes. Or you can light one of the light balls on the table here. Or you
Throw
can make
something.
a big knocking noise
I
within
can't
the
hear
room.
you. Sorry.
So quiet.
I know.
Katie, what were you saying? We were muted before. What were you saying?
Oh, I was telling
Yeah.
Renata, I thought I heard something on the other end of the table, but it could have been just like us moving.
Could have been us, but you never know. It could have been someone.
Right.
They could be
And-
sitting at the end of the table looking at us now going, what the hell
Mm.
are these people
Right, I'm
doing?
gonna come back through.
We
Sitting
do
around a
invite you
glowing
up
box?
here. Please come and join us at the table. This end, please. If you'd like to come up this end.
She's returning to us. I'll remove her. She's frozen.
She's frozen.
Oh, Karen said, did someone just say be quiet?
No.
No. Did you hear something?
Is that the ice maker?
That's the ice maker.
Okay.
That's the demon ice maker. Karen just said she heard someone say be quiet.
I didn't hear anything on that
I
either.
didn't hear anything here.
Wasn't me.
Wow. Okay. That's
Thanks,
cool.
Karen.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Karen.
Cass. Look at her. Karen, part of the team from Newcastle Ghost
Oh, look at
Stories.
you.
Still on the job.
She's on the job even internationally. Thanks, Cass. She's got our back.
If anyone does see any dark
Oh.
shadows moving behind us,
Karen said she heard a lady's voice, a whisper.
be quiet. Are there any babies sleeping in the house at the moment? Is that why we need to be quiet?
In general.
We are a loud bunch.
That's cool.
Ryan heard it as well.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
I'll have to replay and see
There
if we
we
can
go.
hear
We're
it.
going to have to watch this back. Who knows? We might have caught-
Let us
demon
know. Any
voices.
shadows,
That's
any voices that you're hearing that don't belong to us,
If someone walks past us,
please let us know.
There's an energy hovering over anyone. Not a halo.
Pretty horns.
Okay, we're going to try something a little bit different. Do you want to explain what we're doing?
Oh,
This
okay.
piece of equipment.
She
for the
just
people?
was like, huh?
So I have the spirit box. This is one of several types of spirit boxes. This one is known as the SB11, and it's created by Das and Gary Galka. And it's a tool that's experimental in trying to communicate with the other side directly. Now, we find that if you just listen to it, people, they'll claim they'll hear things because we're being influenced. We ask a question, we're listening for a certain answer, and that can distort what is going on or what we're hearing. So we like to use the SDES method, which is one person listening on headphones, calling out whatever they hear while we ask questions out here. Now, the person on the headphones can't hear the question, so therefore not influenced to answer in any particular way. So this is what it sounds like. Not true. Not true. All right, so the idea is the spirit's supposed to choose the words from the radio frequencies, or they form words out of that noise, or when the person is wearing the headphones, they are wanting to receive message from spirit. So therefore, they can speak telepathically to the spirits. The people listening think it's coming through the radio, and they feel safe that it's coming through the radio, because if you think of a spirit speaking straight to your mind, you may freak out a little bit. So it's an interesting way of developing your psychic ability and channeling skills, or working through the spirit box.
Robert has come up with the name Carmine.
Oh, what an interesting name.
Come on.
Italian, right?
Huh?
Lots of
You know
Italians in
Carmine?
here.
Do we have a Carmine here?
So we're going to try this and see what happens.
Jeffrey's very quiet. I'd just like to say
I like it.
I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I'm gonna put those headphones on. That shit sounds like fun.
From them first.
Artie Data goes off like a frog in a sock. So
You ready?
Yep.
Now I've got it on
Someone's here.
FM radio. Thank you. Come forward and let us know your name, please. My name is Anne. I may sound a little bit funny to you. I'm from Australia. A long way away.
I heard a tinkling like someone's calling you to dinner.
Oh, in that case, we are at the dining room table. We are ready to eat. What would you like to serve us this evening?
Yes.
Is there some roast beef?
Discreet.
Not sure. That doesn't always make sense. Do you
I'm
have,
allowed.
Do you know anyone sitting here at the table? Who do you know here? Maybe you'd like to.
And again?
Maybe you would like to pass on a message to someone here at the table. Who do you know? Say their name, and we'll try to help you.
From birth.
Is it birth?
Birth.
Birth. All right. So you know them from birth, but who are you?
If you have a message for someone,
Talk to me.
yeah. If you have a message for someone, you can.
Funny about that.
There's little balls on the table. You can set one of those balls off. All you have to do
That's
is touch-
disgusting.
No, we want you to touch these balls.
I just
Maybe the staff needs to be discreet with guests. Okay.
That's me.
Did you work here in the house?
Hold on.
Can you give us a sign?
Not only me.
Not only you.
Who else?
I'm talking about you.
You mean the living people?
Is there more than one spirit or energy in this house?
Turn around.
Every
We're
now and
here?
then I get a little bit.
Okay. We can't see you, but is there some other way that you can
By the door.
Not in the door.
Oh,
Here.
door.
By the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Which door? Can you tell us which door?
Is
There's
it
lots
this
of
door over
doors.
here?
I see.
This door over here? Her eyes are closed, so she can't see. Or number 3 door.
In reverse.
Yes. So this door here. Can you make a noise in that door?
People.
There we go.
Robert said he had the same song go through his head.
Don't be scared.
We're not scared. We're just curious. We come here with complete respect.
Yes, that's true.
So Robert said there's a Molly the matron here.
Oh.
Do you know Molly the matron?
He hit me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Who did that to you?
Jeff.
You never know. What's your name? Can you tell us your name?
And you?
You hit me and you. Are you speaking to someone in this room?
Anything but that?
Ryan, it's very difficult to have the speaker on
Fellowship?
because you won't hear us ask questions.
Yeah.
All you hear is
I knew them.
the noise. And sometimes they're picking up on it psychically.
Before then. Not too bad. I discovered it.
Jeffrey, ask some questions.
Yeah.
Did somebody you're just meeting for the first time, what would you say to them? You want to find out about?
Frankie.
Goes to Hollywood.
Relax.
Don't do it when you want to go through it.
Who's Frankie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yes, that's true.
So like the 80s music.
Yeah.
80s?
Mhm.
Okay.
They told me they were coming.
Coming where?
Who's they?
I'd like to put you on, Steve.
Okay, we can try. We can try.
All right. We're going to put Steve on. A bit random, but we'll let. We found out he's got a bit of a knack for this. No pressure.
Oh,
Okay.
no pressure.
Now, what it might do is get Renata to sort of tap into who is around us here, to see if you can.
Sounded like a lot of watching, a lot of standing back
Yeah.
and watching from what
I'm
you were
not really
saying.
sure. So I should explain to the spirit world. You can use this to talk to us. It's a way that you can let us hear your words. So if you can try to use this box, that would be really appreciated, because us mere mortals, we can't hear you most of the time.
Okay.
He's off and running.
So we're going to invite the spirits to come closer so that we can tap further into your energy. And I know there are a lot of portraits here. They've been collected so that they are
Listen,
safe. Are you in one of the photos that hang on the walls here? Am I speaking to someone who
listening.
is hanging on the walls here? Maybe in this room?
I stand here.
So maybe I'm staring at you at the moment. Am I looking at you? Am I looking at your picture?
It was days ago.
So we
Goodbye.
I'll stay here. Who do we have now? Are you up on the staircase?
What do you want?
I want to know who I'm speaking to. Are you a male?
Are you watching me?
Maybe. Are you watching me?
10.
Are you watching us? Is your photo
It's
picture?
dangerous.
Is your picture on the staircase? Is your picture on the staircase? Is your picture in my room? Is your picture in Anne's room?
Listen.
Yes, we're listening. Maybe you were here before photographs were taken.
Turn around.
Oh, not again.
Every now and
Then
then.
again, a little bit. Hi, Shane.
Are you in the?
Turn around the other way.
Oh, okay.
That way.
Are you still in?
He's watching me.
It's a he.
Come here, though.
Okay, it's a he.
Come where?
It's a baby.
Oh, you did ask about a baby.
Oh, the one we're
Yes.
supposed to be quiet about?
Oh, yeah, so let's keep our voices down.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a baby here that you are watching over? Maybe a member of your family. A little child.
1920.
Oh, that's oddly specific.
Mm. Is it a little boy or little girl? You can use this too to tell us. Remember, red is no, green is yes.
Patrick.
Is that the baby's name, Patrick?
I like that name.
How old is
It's his name.
Oh, it's his name. How old? Okay, thank you.
Listen for his name.
All right. Patrick,
Right here.
can you come closer, please? Maybe you have your nanny with you.
Please.
We have some light balls here you can play with.
Don't you dare. He's here.
No, you can play with the light balls. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with those. You won't harm him. It's absolutely fine.
See? They just make pretty colours.
Very pretty. Can you give Patrick permission to play?
How many?
Looks like there's 5 balls? No, 4. 4 balls.
Was
You filmed
Patrick
it.
hurt?
Hmm?
Was Patrick hurt here in the house?
Was Patrick hurt?
That ice maker gets me every time. Every time.
It feels like the floor's moving.
Are you walking around now? Take a seat.
Ithaca?
My body.
Oh, we were talking about Ithaca earlier.
Take a seat.
Betty here?
I can move my stuff.
Mind your business.
No, we're here to ask some questions.
Die, Norman.
We're here to ask some questions.
Norman?
Cousin Norm?
What did Norman do that you're so upset?
Just go chill. Do you have a cousin, Norman?
Well, it was Uncle Norm.
He didn't see it coming.
He's an asshole.
Patrick didn't see it coming?
Grandma.
She didn't. She was sleeping.
Oh, that's right.
Do you know people at the table? Are you connected to anyone at the table here?
Right there, dear.
Right there. Right there. His eyes are shut. He can't see. That person right there.
His hands.
What's he got in his hands? You tell me. What's he holding? What's he holding?
Come closer. Closer.
It's so loud.
Show them what's in your hands. Just hold that up.
There's something specific.
Yes, we're asking you for what he is holding in his hands. If you can tell us, then we know that this soul that is talking through Stephen.
Come drown.
Well, it is water.
Did Patrick drown?
It's sad.
Yeah. Did Patrick drown?
Remember? Remember me?
Well, I thought we had this connection with him.
I thought so too.
Sorry?
Teacher?
Colder in here now.
You think so?
I feel a little cold.
Are you next to us? Are you next to
I'm
us?
confused.
Call someone in to help you.
Pay attention.
We're paying attention. Call someone in to help you. We want to know who you are. Speak up. Is this Grandma?
We have just gone past the hour, so.
Got a pain in the back of my head.
Is this who is looking after Patrick? Grandma? Is she upstairs too?
Worth it. Was this worth it?
I think so.
There's more important things.
That was really loud.
Yeah,
I
it was.
heard that
Wow.
from here. Wow. Do you know Jeffrey?
You stay.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you know Jeffrey?
Whoa. Listen in a big voice.
All right. What have
A
you got
big
to say?
man's voice.
Are you a bossy bastard? Who are you? Tell us who you are. You're going to take over the chat? Then talk. Now, don't waste our time. You've interrupted.
Incriminate. What did you ask?
We wanted to know, do you know Jeffrey, who is sitting right there? I think his grandmother was trying to talk to him, and I think grandfather...
Collect him.
Can you give us a sign here on the table? Making one of the lights light up.
It had to happen that way.
I was thinking in my head, I was saying, all right, grandfather, what was the connection with grandmother? And he just said that.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, right?
Goosebumps.
You're not wrong. Can you say the specific
At
word?
the front door.
Say the specific word, please. Then I know we've got a good connection.
In the bathroom.
Grandma and grandpa. What'd you call them?
Yeah.
Murderer. At the door.
Was that the
What
word?
happened?
We'll bring them in. Two of us here.
Tonight.
Bring them in, yes, tonight. Bring them in. Let them stand behind Stephen.
Is that it?
That's all we need. Bring them in firstly.
Your grandparents, right?
Let us know.
Lame.
Let us know when
Oh,
they're
that's a
there.
child.
Let us know when they're there.
What did he do? Can you tell us?
Is she poor?
Yes.
Oh,
He's rich in her heart, so in mind.
Rich with knowledge. Are they here?
Sometimes it happens.
So they've been here more than once. Has Jeffrey seen them?
Future. In the future.
Okay.
I just keep thinking that.
It was
SpongeBob
them.
episode. Future.
Anything interesting happening in your house or has happened in your house recently? Do you move the things in the shops?
Secret. Big secret.
What? Not anymore.
Your family. Not mine.
Oh.
Is there another uncle floating around somewhere?
Never done this before.
Well, that's okay.
Do you
You're
want to
doing
ask them a
wonderful.
question?
Possible.
You'll go to hell now.
Do you want to ask me something?
I just asked him.
Ah.
Oh my God.
Did she know? Wasn't planned.
It was a sacrifice.
Oh.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, he had dementia, you said.
Yeah.
So in his head, he
Oh
was-
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
and then he may have come to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, because they thought they heard him scream.
Is that what happened?
Turn it off.
You had enough. I
It's a
think
secret.
it is a secret. You don't want to talk
And
about
I'm
it.
coming.
Okay. All right. You need to offer Jeffrey some protection and some kindness, please. He needs some help. Can you do that? We will turn this off. Yeah?
This is your mother.
My
What's
mother.
his name?
Whose mother?
Don't say that.
Sorry. I want to be polite.
Whose mother?
I'm getting worried about you going a bit deep.
Front window.
Of the shop? Front window of the shop? Did I see you today?
I've forgotten.
No secret cult, Shane.
Wait,
Just a family tragedy.
isn't the light on?
Sorry?
Isn't the
Too
light
much
on?
time.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to shut him down. Thank you very much for communicating with us. We'd like to say good night. It's now time for you to step back and go to where you've come from and remove communications. Thank you. Oh boy.
Again?
Again.
Okay.
You're letting out family secrets.
Oh, sorry.
It's exhilarating.
Yeah. How do you feel, Jeffrey? After all of that?
That man was a demon.
There you go. Look at a box room.
He used to be in a bar.
It was really interesting because you having been on, there was a constant static,
Yes.
but that constant static sounded like it was trying to say something,
Mm.
and in bits and pieces,
You
it was,
could hear it.
Every
Yeah,
now and then.
You can
I
hear
could
it
hear you.
sometimes.
But that's the thing,
That
that's
was
how loud it
so-
is.
I could
Yeah,
hear
you
it.
could hear it,
next
but I
to
could hear
We
you
could hear it
guys.
sometimes.
No, you couldn't
No,
hear what was being said out here.
Oh,
You could hear the-
I know there was no way that you guys.
But we heard like
it was so.
You could hear the
the
static. Yeah.
static
yeah,
was so
not that, we
loud.
heard some words come
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the
Yeah,
headphones.
but
that's
in
how- yeah,
between
I-
the static,
Yeah, but
static was still saying things.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it was really hard to make out, but every now and then it'd break out. Like it was. Katie's like,
No, because I thought I heard
Well, you
It's
can hear it break. What's really interesting, exactly where you pointed to on your head, where you said that it hurt.
oh.
Oh.
Is that
I don't want to say it while that was going on, but that's exactly
Oh.
where, when I went and looked at the body, I had to look, and I went around the table, and that was where the exit was.
Wow.
that's just got chills again.
Wow.
I was freaked out because I touched the hole, and I moved the plug a little bit, and I was like, "Oh God, my mother says that she's gonna pass out," and then I went on the other side.
You're trying to do things. You're trying to do a nice thing. Well,
Wow.
hopefully that was interesting for the people watching. Yeah,
Cousin Steve's very good at this.
You are.
that's what happens when you hang around with these guys too much. You discover secret
Innate
talents.
talents. Yes.
Before we finish up, though, if you have any quick questions, well, I'll give you that like a couple of seconds. If you've got any questions for Anne and Renata or anything about, anything paranormal, if you've got something going on, let us know. Otherwise, it's been interesting. Were they in a secret cult?
No. I did let them know it wasn't a cult; it was a family tragedy.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
It wasn't Jamestown.
Well, as soon as he said it's a sacrifice, I'm like,
It was what about the fire in the house? Has there ever been a fire here? You know,
fireplace behind you.
no fire
I
in the
thought I heard her
house.
say something about a fire.
We would have to ask the. We'd have to ask the dude there.
There was a fire in my house.
The school that my
Oh.
grandmother went to, her and her brother were trapped in a fire in a school,
Oh, there's a bit of a history
and a
of
bunch
fire.
of kids died.
Wow.
You got a fire. I did say
Jeff, they like you today.
you can go back and watch on YouTube, on our YouTube channel on Uncensored Radio.
It's on Uncensored Radio, not
But
Frightfully
we
Good,
can
Shane.
we can put the link up, I guess,
Yeah,
on your, if
yeah.
if it was interesting enough, I guess. We can put the link up for you guys. But yeah, thanks. I hope this has been fun. Like collision of worlds. We didn't have any lights go off, did we?
No.
No.
No,
But this is
which
the,
is good.
but this is the reality of the situation, and exactly why I wanted to try it with all of us in the room together, because we see it on the paranormal TV shows that someone should have levitated and be speaking in tongues and all that kind of stuff by now. But we don't get that. We don't have that kind of budget, do we?
No.
It's hard to lift a heavy bitch. I don't blame them for not lifting us. So, Anne and Renata, where can the lovely people find you?
You can find us on YouTube, Anne and Renata Frightfully Good. Also, our podcast, the True Hauntings Podcast. Actually, it's just True Hauntings Podcast. On Facebook, Anne and Renata Frightfully Good. Instagram, same thing. TikTok, we're not on there very often. We're more active on Facebook and YouTube, but we will be putting up different vlogs and things from our current trip as we go, because Cousin Steve has been very good at getting some up for you.
I'm sorry, I'm reading some of the tickers. Luke has been on here. We've got a very important to ask the people. Does Luke have hemorrhoids?
Well, yeah, because he had that train ran
We'll
over.
have to see. Well,
That was the question we should have asked.
we should have also maybe asked this question: who would Anne H have voted for in this race?
Son of a bitch!
Luke, you're
We
right.
should, I'm sorry, Luke. You should have been watching and asked us to tune in with Anne. We know how much you love her.
I'm so
We're
mad.
so upset. But if you have been watching, we really thank you. Please follow these lovely ladies. It's a pleasure. They do amazing stuff. Very informative, interesting, funny stuff. And if you're one of our folks, there's already something wrong with you. So
So you
we
bond with us
love
too.
you, though. We
We
love
do.
you. We love you
Love
for coming.
you.
We love you for joining us tonight. We'll be back on Thursday with a live show. Until next time, I guess.
Bye.
Stay out in the
Bye.
basement. I know what it's
Stay on the dark
creepy.
side.
Stay off the dark side because
And
it's
don't be a
Halloween. Bye, y'all.